Alright, so welcome to the section that has personally made me a lot of money, both in the online world as well as the offline world. And as I mentioned earlier in the previous video, I've broken down this into 4 chunks, and the first one is the open. Now the open is now into 2 parts. That's open part 1. So let's talk about this open, where we're going to craft your message together, of which this message can be used in your sales pages, your sales videos, your webinars, and even in an offline presentation, whether you're speaking to a room of 20 people or 2,000 people, or in some cases 10,000 people. So let's talk about this open. Now, one of the things I'd like you to realize is that at the start of every presentation, it could be a video online, it could be on Facebook, it could be on YouTube, it could be on the sales page, it could be on a live event. One of the most important things is to recognize that this is when the audience is most critical of you, and this is also when you are most nervous. So one of the things you want to do right at the start is to really enroll your crowd. Doesn't matter whether it's offline, whether it's online, but one of the things you want to do to enroll the crowd is to ask a question. Now, why is that so important? It is because this is so important because the person who asks the question is the person who's actually in control. Now, when I say here universals and truth, one of the things you want to do is to think about something whereby you know if you ask the question, the answer is always a yes. Think about it. So in your market, in your niche, in your industry, what question can you ask so that if you ask that question, the answer will be a yes? So it would be, for example, how many of you would like to have a lot more income in your life? Right? Chances are, if it's something to do with Forex, investing, or anything to do with money, you know that the answer would be a yes. How many of you would like to live a happier, healthier lifestyle? You know the answer. Chances are, if they're there watching the video, whether it's a webinar, whether it's a live event, it is a yes. So one of the things that you want to do right now, right at the start, is ask that one question. Have you ever wondered how it's possible to make big money online from just 2 things, a laptop and an internet connection? So if they're there trying to learn internet marketing, chances are, you know, again, the answer would be a yes. So think about this, that one question where you know chances are the answer is going to be a yes. Have you ever wondered result? How many of you would like to result? Right? Think about that, because that's something you need to be creating very, very shortly. Remember, the person who asked the question is in control. The next thing you want to do is to acknowledge. Why is this so important? Is because chances are they're thinking of bailing. They're thinking about closing this link so that they can continue watching YouTube, closing that link so that they can continue doing whatever they've been doing on Google, on Facebook. Chances are they might be thinking of leaving the room because they don't know if they made the right decision yet. So one of the things you want to do is to acknowledge them for their time, or maybe they've already paid you. So one of the things you want to do is, I want to acknowledge you for being here, watching this video right now, because I understand that there are other plans in your life, but I promise you, I'm going to do everything in my power to make it well worth your time. So notice what I did there. It's acknowledging them for their presence. It could be for their time, for their money, because they had to sacrifice something to be listening to you. So let them know that you acknowledge that. Next one, what's in it for me? The next thing that's going to happen is your audience is listening to you, thinking to themselves, why should I listen to you? What's in it for me? What do I have to gain if I continue listening to you? So one of the things you want to say is, by the end of this short video, by the end of this presentation, here's what you're going to learn. And I would like you to list down 3 things, 3 takeaways, 3 results that they'll be able to generate if they continue to watch you on video, or if they continue to read your sales page. So it could be, by the end of this page, you'll realize the number 1 reason why people get diabetes. By the end of this video, you'll realize the fastest way to launch a product online that will cost you no money to create. By the end of this webinar, you'll realize how you can increase your golf swing by a 33% distance without changing anything but your posture. Right? So think about 3 things that's in it for them if they were to continue learning from you. So in terms of the doing, those are the things. All you need to do is to download the template that my team and I has prepared for you by answering those few things that we talked about. Universals and truth, the enrolling question, acknowledging them, what is it that you're going to say, and what's in it for them. 3 things, because at the end of the day, we want to have this entire script mapped out so that you can either do this as a voiceover, get someone else to do it, pay them, or to do it yourself through a video just like this one. Okay, so go ahead and do that right now, and only when that is done do you move on to the next video. Alright, so go ahead and do that right now.